Local support for WUWF comes from the law firm of Clark Partington Hart, with 35 attorneys providing a full range of legal services, including the practice areas of commercial and general litigation, business and real estate transactions, tax and estate planning, oil spill claims, and land use and environmental law. From offices in Pensacola, Destin, Watercolor, and Tallahassee. On the web at cphlaw.com.
From the heart of Florida's great Northwest, it's radio. Indeed it is. Woo. This is Pat Crawford, hoping you'll stay with us for the next 90 minutes for some music and conversation here aboard our stage studio in the Museum of Commerce on the historic Pensacola campus of the University of West Florida. We've got a great show this evening, and of course, once again, we have a magnificent audience. Give yourselves a big hand. A most attractive audience, as always, an audience made for radio. That's what we love so much about these folks. This is going to be a great evening. We've got our great friend Ed Gerhardt returning for the, I think, 25th time this year to Radio Live. He'll be coming up in just a little while. But I'm so excited about these folks that we're starting the show off with tonight. It's a special treat for all of us that Danny Schmidt and Carrie Elkin, who normally tour separately and solo, get to share the stage together. As partners in life as well as music, the chemistry is incredible, and we get to enjoy that tonight. Named to the Chicago Tribune's 50 most significant songwriters in the last 50 years, Danny Schmidt has rapidly ascended from underground cult hero status to being broadly recognized as an artist of generational significance, drawing favorable comparisons to Leonard Cohen and Townes Van Zandt for his riveting poetic lyrics. Among many accolades comes a major endorsement from Sing Out magazine, tagging him as, quote, perhaps the best new songwriter we've heard in the last 15 years. With her Red House record released, Call It My Garden, Carrie Elkin has emerged as one of the defining new voices in the world of Texas singer-songwriters, being celebrated by Texas Music Magazine as one of their Artists of the Year. Critics have drawn favorable comparisons to Patty Griffin at her most powerful and Nancy Griffith at her most intimate. But it's the power of her live performances that have really created a buzz around Carrie. Maverick Magazine said it best after a recent festival performance, quote, I have never seen a performer so in love with the act of singing. That's the gospel truth. On stage, Elkin was simply a force of nature. Please join me in welcoming Danny Schmidt and Carrie Elkin.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much.
We are delighted to be here. Neither of us has been in this part of the country, either by ourselves or together, so this has been a thrill for us. Doubly so to get to come together, because we are often touring different directions from one another, which is a drag. We miss each other, and I'd have to describe that there was a trolley in the room when I sang, instead of just being able to point at it, and she knows. We got engaged earlier this year, so it's been a special treat to travel together since then. And so I thought it would be sweet to start off with the song that I proposed to Carrie with. It puts me at risk every night, though. She could change her mind, but this is it.
I haven't yet.
Can't make it simple, if my eyes can't make it plain. Oh, kiss me now, but answer me tomorrow. Will you give me and forgive me all the time it took to say, oh, kiss me now, but answer me tomorrow. Kiss me now, my knees are weak, my hands they shake like moonlight through leaves that beg like questions on the trees. When you wake up in the morning, will you take me as my bride? Well, kiss me now, but answer me tomorrow. If I ask upon my knees, if I wish upon your soul, well, kiss me now, but answer me tomorrow. Am I still the man you want, now that I'm the man you know? Well, kiss me now, but answer me tomorrow. Kiss me now, my knees are weak, my hands they shake like moonlight through leaves that beg like questions on the trees. When you wake up in the morning, will you take me as my bride? Well, kiss me now, but answer me tomorrow. Comings and the goings and the fallings on the swords, kiss me now, but answer me tomorrow. If the demons all should fall, would the angel just get bored? Oh, kiss me now, but answer me tomorrow. Kiss me now, my knees are weak, my hands they shake like moonlight through leaves that beg like questions on the trees. When you wake up in the morning, will you take me as my bride? Well, kiss me now, but answer me tomorrow. Kiss me now. It was a funny sort of awkward proposal, but it ended up working. Awkward because it was at the South by Southwest Music Festival in Austin, and that's when the biggest congregation of our friends are in town, and that's the community that nurtured us, our music friends. And so I thought it would be a good time to pop the question when they were all in attendance. And but it's kind of a big show, and Carrie was nervous, I was nervous, and I slipped that song in at the end of my set, and I knew that if she saw a song up there that she didn't have a part on, if she didn't have a harmony role, she would kind of quietly sneak off stage, and I would be left proposing to myself. And so my brilliant solution to that problem was to pull out a harmonica. You heard her play the harmonica. She's great.
Well, I had never really played it before then. So
at the time, she was not so great. She was just learning.
Nope, I couldn't play it at all.
But that part didn't really occur to me, and so halfway through the song, I'm looking at her, and there's no light bulbs that have come on in her eyes whatsoever, and I realize she's not listening to me at all. She's looking at her harmonica, all nervous that she's going to screw up the song.
Yeah.
And so I had to kind of nudge her and tell her to listen.
Yeah, he told me to listen in the middle of the proposal song, which
a bit of a
it
microcosm.
worked in the end. But at the time, I was like, God, he wants me to play the harmonica and listen? That is ridiculous. Anyway, it worked out. I said yes, and it's really fun. It's fun to, get married. We're going to start things off a little on the sappy side, I guess. We've been together quite a while, and I actually wrote a song the night I met Danny, and so I thought I'd start with that since he started with that.
The bookend.
Yeah. Well, did you hear me come down from that mountain today? And did you hear me when I had nothing to say to you? I think you asked about the weather. And so now I'll go no place with you. And so now will you go no place with me too? We'll go no place together. I like to sit on this old chair outside with you. It's carved out of wood. We'll pretend it was made just for me and you. And we'll sing our gospel together. We'll sing. What's real in this life is what I want to know. What's real in all the noise and the lights of this one-man show? We're so disconnected. And they say that three's a charm, but I don't know. Two's done so much harm in this great big world. But we'll sing our gospel together. We'll sing. To the mountains with me? And why won't you see things the way that I see? And why won't you share this here gospel with me? so much. Thank you.
This one is just about if you're doing what you love doing and what you're passionate about doing, then as far as I'm concerned, you're wealthy right there. All by my lonesome by myself, ain't no soul left this boy can sell, 'cause there ain't no reason, make no rhymes, no child, you're right on time. Oh child, the things I could tell you, the things I could tell you, but you already know. Them rhymes ain't cards you play like poker, they're jokers, so hold 'em till the fools all fall. So the child came over, the child came out, speaking in a whisper what a man might shout about dreams and devils, dollars and dimes, and oh, child, you're right on time. Oh, child, the things I could tell you, the things I could tell you, but you already know. Keep drawing them dreams in the dirt with your finger, 'cause singing's about bringing that mud some soul. So we sing all night, we talk all day, we sleep while the farmers of the world make hay, throw pennies in the well, pull back wine, and oh, child, you're right on time. Oh, child, the things I could tell you, the things I could tell you, but you already know. Water to wine and wine to wishes, and wishes to something you could drink down cold. Why now? Why all now? Hope's just something you need somehow. Why now? Why all now? Tomorrow ain't going away. Golden-tongued child of fireside night, spitting songs in the kettle, the heat up high when the blood's to boil, the soup's sublime, and oh, child, you're right on time. Oh, child, the things I could tell you, the things I could tell you, but you already know. You're better off broke with soup in your belly than sitting there hungry round a pot of gold. Yeah, you're better off broke with soup in your belly than sitting there hungry round a pot of gold. Thank you.
Well, this song is kind of depressing, and so I hope you enjoy it. You know, it's about wanting something really badly and not getting it, and the healing process through that. So just smile during it. It makes you feel better. That's what I do when I sing it. If longing moves the ocean, if longing moves the ocean, then I have to move the ocean. And longing I am. And if barren is the desert, if barren is in desert, then I am Mojave. In the desert I am. And I've got a ways to go. And I've got a ways to see. It'll take a while to know what empty hands will bring. And if storms are from anger, if storms are from anger, then blind is the lightning, and thunder I am. And if prayers are like letters, if prayers are like letters, I think on my fingers, and waiting I am, and I've got a ways to go. And I've got a ways to see. It'll take a while to know what empty hands will bring. So for now, I'll let the words in, become a poet again. When the body fails, let God tell that tale. And if hearts beat forgiveness, if hearts beat forgiveness, and my heart's a beat forgiveness I am. And if time is made for healing, if time is made for healing, I've counted all the hours, and healing I am. And I've got a ways to go, and I've got a ways to see. It'll take a while to know what this has done to me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know who to look at. I'm going to face you next time.
I'll face y'all.
Yeah, I feel like
I win.
you are getting neglected over here. You all are spoiled. Well, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you don't really want to look at us.
It might be the radio audience that's spoiled. If y'all will indulge me in a brand new one, this one's sort of a meditation on the concept of faith. Not even really so much in a religious context as much as a believing in anything that you can't really see or touch. You want to try this one? Wouldn't you believe a man who showed you how to rise and stand? and hold your own forsaken hand and lead you through the years. I would, I'd follow if I could, but faith has always flashed and disappeared. And wouldn't you believe the words a lover's lips might share with yours forever and forevermore, a love that's not at war. I would, I'd promise if I could, but faith has never touched my heart for good. Wouldn't you believe in work if every day from death to birth you turned a wrench that fixed the earth with sweat that clenched a thirst? I would, I'd labor like I should, but faith has never filled that hole with dirt. Time and everywhere, a safety net of silver hair that every climber knows is there, and all who fall would swear. And I'd swear it if I could, but faith has never caught me unprepared. Wouldn't you believe in life if every blessed guess was right and every question answered twice like shadows filled with light? I would, I'd wake because I could, as faithful as the sun just knows to rise. As faithful as the sun just knows to rise. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we're going to do one more, and then Ed is up, and it's been really nice to get to chat with him a bit. And I thought you all were joking when you said he was back for the 25th time. I thought you were pulling my leg, which people do all the time, so I just,
That's one time for every finger that he plays guitar with.
Yeah. I'm going to end our little portion of this part with a Bob Dylan song, actually, and this is, well, thank you. So you know him. No. Oh, have you been my blue-eyed son? Oh, have you been my darling young one? I've walked and I've crawled on 6 crooked highways. So what did you hear, my blue-eyed son? So what did you hear, my darling young one? I heard the sound of a thunder, it roared out a warning. I heard the roar of a wave that could drown the whole world. I heard 100 drummers whose hands were ablazing. I heard 10,000 whispering and nobody listening. I heard one person starve. I heard many people laughing. I heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter. I heard the sound of a clown who cried in the alley. And it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard rain, and it's gonna fall. So what do you do now, my blue-eyed son? So what do you do now, my darling young one? Oh, I'm going outside, oh, the rain starts a-falling, and I'll step to the middle of the deepest black forest, where the people are many and their hands are all empty, where the pallets of poison, oh, they're flooding their waters, where the home in the valley meets the damp, dirty prison, where the executioner's face is always well hidden, where hunger is ugly and the souls are forgotten, where black is a color and none is a number. And I'll tell it and think it and speak it and breathe it and reflect it from the mountain so all souls can see it. And I'll stand on the ocean until I start sinking. And I'll know my song well before I start singing. That it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard rain, and it's gonna fall. Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
All right. Carrie Elkin and Danny Schmidt, and they will be back with us in the second half of the program. And the program is Radio Live, coming to you live this evening from the Museum of Commerce in the historic Pensacola campus of the University of West Florida. Support for Radio Live comes from the law firm of Clark Partington Hart, with 35 attorneys providing a full range of legal services from offices in Pensacola, Destin, Watercolor, and Tallahassee. On the web at cphlaw.com. Additional support comes in the form of accommodations for our Radio Live artists and are provided by the Hilton Pensacola Beach Golf Front. All right. A familiar face has entered the stage. Grammy Award-winning guitarist Ed Gerhardt has graced our stage more times than any artist, appearing on one of our early programs shortly after the release of his debut album, Nightbirds, which garnered a spot in the Boston Globe Critics Poll Top 10 Albums of the Year. Since that time, Ed has become a true guitar legend, touring the world from Tokyo to Rome and everywhere in between, but always making his annual winter pilgrimage to Pensacola. First time I had Ed on the show, he had dark hair, short dark hair. And I had hair. So that's how long ago it was. Ed has recently released his 9th CD, the critically acclaimed There and Gone. He was awarded a Grammy for his inclusion on the CD Henry Mancini Pink Guitar. Warner Brothers, Mel Bay, and Hal Leonard have all released his music and books, and his guitar work can be heard in the Ken Burns film Mark Twain and the National Park's America's Best Idea. In a true collaboration of guitarist and guitar maker, Breedlove Guitars released the Ed Gerhardt signature model guitar, which has become one of their best-selling guitars, and won the Player's Choice Award by Acoustic Guitar magazine. They have since released another Ed Gerhardt guitar, so the collaboration continues, much to the pleasure of guitar players around the world. Please join me in welcoming once again to Radio Live, Mr. Ed Gerhardt.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Nice to be back with you. I had to miss a couple of years here. Thank you very much. It's really great to be back here in Pensacola. See all my old friends at WUWF, RadioLive. Eat some oysters. Get out of the snow. But yeah, I think the first 2 years I came down here, I live in New Hampshire, as Pat may have mentioned, and so it's always a good time to get away from there. And I think the first 2 years I came here, it was sunny and really nice, and every other year after that, it's been horrible. It really has. I was, looking out the hotel window this morning and watching some tourists, blowing down the beach like tumbleweeds, and I didn't see it. I didn't even see a seagull. I mean, the fix was in, I think, Pat. But it's always a pleasure to be here. It's not really like the rest of Florida down here, is it? It's a lot of really great people here, and it's not just retirees. I used to think that the whole state of Florida looked like a giant miniature golf course or something. But I really love it here now. It's just great. But the people are what really make the place for me. Yeah, give yourself show some love. Make some noise. Here's one that's it's the title cut from my new record, or my latest record, There and Gone. If it's under 6 years old, it's still my new record. Thank you. Well, we lost Pete Seeger not too long ago, and I'll play one that I'll dedicate to Pete. He, I think, had seen a transcription of this next tune, my arrangement of it. It's an old tune called "The Water Is Wide," and he had seen it in a magazine somewhere, transcribed, and sent me a nice postcard with a little picture of a banjo on it there. That was part of his signature, I guess. He was a bit of a controversial character, but he wasn't afraid of it, and I really respected that about Pete. But he told me that he'd recorded this song, and he used to sing it a lot with his sister. So I'll send this out to Pete and to my dear friends, the Guthrie family. Thank you so much. I'll see you again in a little bit. Thank you.
Mr. Ed Gerhardt, and Ed will be back with us as well in the second half of the program. The program, by the way, is Radio Live, coming to you live tonight from the Museum of Commerce, located on the historic Pensacola campus of the University of West Florida, and broadcast on WUWF 88.1 FM. We are listener-supported public radio from the University of West Florida. We do this program live the first Thursday of every month down here in the museum, and we do encore performances on the air. We broadcast them on the air on subsequent Thursday nights. We also air the program every night of the week at 9 o'clock on Channel 4 on Cox Cable. So you can see many, many years worth of Radio Live. In fact, I was joking earlier because Ed has been on the show so many times, he's on about once a week on, on Channel 4, so you can catch him a lot. Of course, we've got Danny and Carrie back up here with us. I want to tell you, you need to go, his story about the proposal is great. You need to go to his website. They have a video of him explaining it at South by Southwest, and they've intercut video from the actual proposal, and it's cute. You need to watch it. You'll get a big kick out of it. But join me once again in welcoming Carrie Elkins and Danny Schmidt.
Thank you so much.
Now that Ed put us all in this sweet mood with the syrup, we'll rough up the edges a little bit. This one's just sort of the earth telling us if you don't clean your room and pick up your toys, I'm going to come take them away from you. If they fill in dirt with water, make them drink. If they fill in dirt with water, make them drink. It's a tar pit like a heart exposed, an empty chest of liquid gold, the slurry of a mob in broken nose. If they're poaching in the ocean, drag them down. If they're poaching in the ocean, drag them down. 'Cause everything a net can fill is fair to catch and free to kill. They can until they drown, and so they will. Space and time, keep my children under watchful sight, and mind flies. They've been known to wander. Time and space, a garden bench tomorrow. Rest your head and hide your face. Soon the earth shall swallow. If the seeds are stamped by lawyers, hide your corn. If the seeds are stamped by lawyers, hide your corn.
send the scarecrows out to reap a harvest that the man can keep, and keep the chaff as hungry as they need. And if they're banging on their cages, hose them down. If they're banging on their cages, hose them down. When times are tough, the bars get greased, all that shine shall beg release. So let them beg, but don't let them out for free. Holy roller, space and time, keep my children under watchful sight and mindful eyes. They've been known to holy roller, time and space, a garden bench and bar.